It's been said thousands of times, but it always bears repeating. Escape from Tarkov can be an extremely challenging game.
Yeah, he threw an aid, back up, oh, damn it!
I'm backing up as fast as I can.
Man, round and walk, man. For the team, boys! Okay. My gunshot!
Even Tarkov's most battle-hardened veterans don't have a complete grasp of its depth, and it's hard to say if anyone ever will.
What the Bro, we got Michael Jordan in labs! What the was that?
But we'd be lying if we said that one of Tarkov's biggest and arguably most dedicated content creators wasn't making a valiant effort to become not just its greatest ever player, but its greatest entertainer.
Some people started streaming and not knowing when it'll end, and then continue streaming it forever just because this is a stream that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend.
Everyone acquainted with Paul, aka Pestily, knows him to be hyper-aggressive, an analytical thinker, and very, very Australian.
Without further ado, let's crack straight into it.
But there's a lot more to Pestily than his sadistic enjoyment of this exceedingly sweaty game. More layers to this man with magnificent mutton chops. Like the part of him who is always looking to give back. The world explorer who's always willing to go on an adventure.
Please GoPro last another 3 hours.
And the aspect of him that's willing to go the extra mile.
All right, this is my control. It's a microwave with a belt sander.
Well, if you're interested in all things Pestily, then you're in luck. Because today we're exploring his iceberg and we're going to discover some of his deepest, darkest secrets. So grab your bulletproof helmets, load some NATO rounds, and let's crack straight into it.
See if I get insta head tap through the dome again. It's been my last 4 lab raids. Five in a row.
Okay guys, before we head down under, I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and if you enjoy the video, maybe leave a like, or don't. I mean, it's a free country. Okay, so let's familiarize ourselves with Pestily's surface. Crikey, he's a biggin'. A grower and a shower. Over the last couple of years, Pestily has become a streaming sensation, hitting just about every milestone you can think of on his way to the top.
It's always wonderful, obviously, to be successful financially and have a big following and all that, but all of that really doesn't mean that much if you're not taking large pride in all the work you're doing and you're doing it for the passion of being creative and love of what you do. Since
launching his YouTube channel in 2018, he's attracted over 600,000 subscribers and averages about 6.3 million views a month. On Twitch, he's accrued over 1 million followers, and for a while was the most actively subscribed to streamer on the platform after breaking the record previously held by Ludwig during his 35-day subathon. While Pestily's channel ebbs and flows in peak viewership with Tarkov, he still finds ways to continue growing his audience, whether that's through his outlandish behavior or his ability to hit shots like this.
Oh, did I get him? No way. There he is. Wow.
Dolphin dive. If there is one legendary maneuver that FPS players love to romanticize, it's the dolphin dive.
Dude, look at these AI, dude. Stop! You're not human, bro. Stop it.
For the unacquainted, a dolphin dive is when a player runs and dives onto their belly to avoid enemy fire while returning their own. The technique rose to prominence with the original Black Ops, but has since become a staple of the FPS genre. Now, of course, on a server, this absurd maneuver can be undoubtedly effective. But let's just say that Pestily discovered its real-life application leaves a lot to be desired.
It was first thing in the morning. I was rushing down the staircase just as I was about to start recording stuff. And I was wearing my firefighter socks. These like big woolen, like cotton socks. I don't know, woolen socks. And there was like this metal checker plate on the stairs. And I just went fucking ass over tits and tumbled down the staircase.
After a trip to the hospital and a few days of rest, Pestily was fortunately able to make a full recovery. And of course, his community was there to meme on him to help along the way. Military man. By now, most fans of Pestily know he was in the Australian Army for 8 years before he started streaming full-time. But over on his Pestily Unmasked YouTube channel, he elaborated on his time in the military, like how his experience was a little less major pain and a little more Full Metal Jacket.
It was pretty rough. They didn't stop. There was like no grace period. You got there and they were yelling at you the entire time. People were hating it. I remember the first night I woke up in the middle of the night, the guy next to me was a bit like, for lack of better words, a little bit less stable. He was standing there next to me, like looking out the window like, I can't be here. I can't be here. It was just, wow.
But his reasons for joining the military full-time were more out of circumstance than anything else. Back during the financial crisis of 2008, Pestily was struggling to find a job as a firefighter, and after receiving a charge for drinking and driving, lost any prospect of securing a job in that field. But instead of ruining that boneheaded decision, Pestily was determined to find a job that enabled him to do what he does best.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I started thinking about how I wanted to help people. And how would I do that? And I felt like if I was just sitting around for another 4 years for a deployment, that's not helping anyone. That's not doing anything good. So I thought maybe I could become like a better asset to the Australian Army. So I found out how to join, to become a linguist. And I put the paperwork in to go to School of Languages in Melbourne and study Indonesian. And it was just some of the most coolest, fun things to do. Meeting Indonesian soldiers and talking to them about their stories and sharing the experiences between the two armies. And I actually honestly believe I helped build the relationships between Indonesia and Australia. And for me, that I feel like I'm doing good for the world, at least doing that.
All right, now that the basics are out of the way, let's go a little deeper. Almost a Tarkov master. They say it takes 10,000 hours to truly master something. And like I mentioned before, Pestily is the closest thing Tarkov has to a master. I mean, this guy has seen it all.
Did he just dive and make it miss? 180, look at me, and then just, before I could even bolt the action, he just disappeared.
According to Twitch Tracker, Pestily has logged over 8,500 hours streaming Tarkov, which is frankly kind of insane. These types of numbers might seem ordinary for CSGO or League of Legends pros, but they're not torturing themselves daily with one of the most frustrating games ever made.
I'm very much desensitized to a lot of the shit, so I'm lucky in that respect because I've played it so much. Oh, are you serious? I laid down the same fucking bushes in? Are you serious?
Most streamers mix things up, not just for the viewers, but also for their own sanity. But not Pestily. No. He might take some time off, but he's always coming back to Tarkov, grinding Kappa runs. And all that hard work has paid off. He's built an amazing community and, with it, a catalog of memories.
Pissed. Do you want me to sacrifice myself?
Sure, go on. Go tell him to shut up.
For piss!
Yeah, boy.
He got clapped.
For the kids. There are a lot of philanthropic streamers on Twitch who have used their platforms to do some good, and Pestily is right there with them. He simply loves giving back to his viewers. whether that's by giving away gaming PCs or even shaving his head.
That feels weird. That feels weird. I don't know if I like that feeling.
But back in 2020, Pestily and his community truly went above and beyond when they raised over $1 million for the Starlight Children's Foundation.
And I've met the kids, and I've seen what they do in hospitals, and I know that every dollar that they're spending wisely too.
$20 from Davey Magoo, $50 from Cliff, $1 million for the kids, $10
Bam!
from Thasnos.
Obviously, the moment we hit $1 million, this charity, that was like a life achievement. Like from that moment onwards, I would always be able to go back and go, I did something good. I got really famous in a game, which was sweet, but I did something really cool with that.
Who's your daddy? It's becoming more and more common to see streamers go live with a loved one. Whether it's a fellow content creator or a family member along for the ride, these streams produce some great moments.
Oh, what's that about the bar fighting? Oh man, it must be my favorite thing.
What, getting in bar fights?
You know that.
Yeah, I do.
That's why I'm so fucked up now.
But few of these moments are as pure and wholesome as the ones Pestily shares with his father.
I'm Pestyly's dad, so let's crack straight into it.
Pestily Sr. has popped into the stream from time to time to offer words of encouragement, embark on new adventures, and, of course, tuck his son in after a long day of streaming.
Good night. Good night, Pestily. Good night, my little crouton.
Wait, that's not his dad? Then who the fuck is it?
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
Shit, we're getting pretty deep now. Anyone have some night vision goggles or something? The Merciful Merc. The city of Tarkov can be an ugly and unforgiving place at times. Your closest allies can betray you at any moment, leaving you with nothing.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
But in spite of Tarkov's cold and unforgiving world that punishes players for every little mistake, Pestily is out there trying to make a difference.
I think this guy fucked up. I think this guy really fucked up.
Yeah, some guy named Maurice_Soup entered Tarkov with the wrong bag. It contained basically half of his inventory, so losing it would have been a compelling enough reason to uninstall the game. But being the stand-up bloke that he is, Pestily made it his mission to extract the stranger's backpack and return it to him safe and sound.
And that was the story of Maurice.
Honestly, I find stories like this one a little refreshing. It just goes to show you that not everyone in Tarkov is out to kill you.
Oh my god, there's dead scav on the ground.
We didn't see that. No. Anything to put on a show. There is a certain image we have in our heads of people who served in the military, but with the exception of maybe North Korea, one thing that doesn't come to mind is a love for theatrics.
That's awesome.
Yeah, who knew that a man who put his body on the line in the military would be so in love with cosplay? Whether it's Captain Price, this nightmare fuel version of a clown that's basically my sleep paralysis demon, or everyone's favorite TV shrink, Pestily is always up for introducing a new persona to his stream.
And then he said in capital letters, I need to fart, which states I no longer need to fart. Obviously, this person needs to get checked what is culturally appropriate and what is not.
But even beyond the strange costumes and the weird on-screen gimmicks, Pestily is a craftsman, constantly looking to up his content game.
I've always felt I was a creative person. So to me, it's like anything I can do that is fun, entertaining, and creative, to me, that makes the job enjoyable.
Whether that's by creating Tarkov-inspired festive songs,
Day of Christmas, Nikita get to me. 8 plus sparking 70s, I don't get 6 balls. Fire them all.
or by running his own award show to celebrate the game's community.
It's my award show. I can do what I want. That's the best thing about hosting your own award show. I could pick whichever one I want, you know?
It really goes without saying that complacency just isn't part of Pestyly's DNA when it comes to making content. He really prioritizes putting on a show for his audience above all else.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Welcome to my stream.
This guy just rapped for me in Chinese. Oh my god, or something.
Okay, we're at the bottom. I don't see the intel, but let's get it and let's get out of here. Cheating accusations? Forget the awards, forget your legion of rabid fans, and forget the money. You're not a real streamer until you get accused of cheating.
I think I'm around 10,000 hours of Tarkov now, right? If I've got 10,000 hours of footage of me, there's always going to be like a shot that was just insane. Or, you know, and there'll be a collection of them. And if you put that in a sequence, like the amount of times I shot someone through the wall because I was just like, hey, I think there might be someone over there. Shoot. Oh my God. You can make anyone look sus that has played as much as I have.
Yeah, even old Pestily isn't immune to those rangers of radars, those wardens of wall hacks, those captains of crisp, clean locks. To be fair, Tarkov does have its share of hackers, and even Pestily himself has experienced cheaters on a few occasions.
Well, that's the lamest shit I've ever seen in my life. He shot me through the wall.
But over the past few years, some have accused Pestily of using a radar hack to spot enemies. Evidence has been conjured to varying degrees, but nothing truly damning has emerged. Luckily for his skeptics, Pestily put the witch hunt to rest when he finally owned up to the truth.
So see on that monitor over there, that's what's called radar, and that shows where all the people are in the map.
Okay.
So if you want to know where someone is and you want to fight them, just look over there and it'll show you exactly where they are.
Okay.
All right, we've seen it all. The Pestily iceberg. I want to thank you all for coming along for the ride and behaving so well. I hope you all learned something today, and let us know down in the comments if there was some specific tidbit or memory about Pestily that you think we should have included. We'll get you next time. Crikey, he's a bigot. Crikey! This is how much I like the Australian accent, Matt. Are you ready? Okay, Google. Fuck, it didn't work because I guess I have a Google in this room. Somebody put one in here, like, just threw it in like a cipher cage, like,